Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having an amazing Thursday. For those of you who are new, my name is Vanessa and the name of my channel is Lifestyle with Vanessa Stevens. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for watching another video. Guys, please excuse me for looking a little sweaty because I am. I just came back in from being outside, running around, running some errands, and also getting in a little bit of exercise and a little bit of vitamin D. Guys, it is so beautiful out here in Georgia, in the area to which I live. It actually feels like the beginning of spring. It is so nice and comfortable. I'm not gonna say that it's warm or it's hot. It is definitely not cold, but it's like right in the middle. Where all you need is maybe like a little sweatsuit or a sweater and some jeans and some sneakers, but it is really, really exceptionally nice. For those of you who have been dealing with the weather for the past 2 weekends, I hope everyone is doing well. Prayed for everybody's safety. As you guys can see by the videos that I have posted or the shorts that I have posted, we really did not get much snow at all. Our issue was the ice, and then we had some very, very strong winds. But as of now, it seems that it has taken a turn. So today is going to be in the high 50s. We are going to have a little bit of rain tomorrow, but then the rest of the week is going to be up into the 60s. And I'm hoping that that is it for us guys, because it is so beautiful. But guys, as you can see by my title, I am officially starting a reset in my health and my wellness. I know I have said it numerous times on this channel, but for the past couple of months, I have totally let that go and everything went out of the window. My good eating habits, my exercising, me focusing on my mental and my physical. Since I took on taking care of my mom at this stage where she's at in her dementia and putting her in a nursing home, everything has been about my mother. So on yesterday, I'm sure you guys have noticed I did not post a video. I just wanted to use yesterday as a mental day. I did some journaling. I wanted to just sit down, relax, and focus on me. And with that being said, that is exactly what I am going to do. My mom is in a good place right now. She's being fed. She's being taken care of. She basically, all of her needs are being taken care of. So right now, I can just focus on me. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. Because I am noticing, since I have let myself go, a lot of things have been going on with me. My mental, number one, has been absolutely crazy. I'm up one day, I'm down the next. One day I want to post, the next day I don't want to post. One day I want to stay in the house and just lay on my couch under my covers and watch TV all day and just not do nothing and just eat all day. Guys, to be honest, I have been going overboard with the eating. So that is exactly why I am gaining all of the weight back. I've been eating pies. I've been eating 2 and 3 bags of chips like within 2 days. I have not been exercising, doing nothing at all. And what really made me think about it yesterday was reflecting and thinking about people that I have lost just in the month of January. And the majority of these people was in my age range. And right now I am not at my healthiest. I have been having issues with, chest pain, being out of breath. My strength and my stamina is totally gone. It's a whole lot going on with me. And also looking at my mom, of course, there's nothing that you can really do about the dementia per se. I really do believe, and I think that it is hereditary, but I think the severity of it also depends on you. And when I say that, I mean, before you get to that stage, there are a lot of things that you need to do. And with me, I have stopped doing a lot of things. Dementia, how can I say, is somewhat, to me, and this is my opinion. I'm sorry, this is my opinion. When it comes to dementia, dementia is, I guess you could say, how could I put it? Is I'm trying to find the right words to say. Okay, let's say, before I got into this position of being a caregiver for my parents, right? I was happy-go-lucky, always on the move, always doing something, hanging out with friends, going to church every Sunday, going out for brunch, going out for after hour, after our work parties and things of that nature. I was always keeping myself busy. I was reading books. I was exercising. I was eating well. Keeping my job and and things of that nature. But once I became a caregiver, my life drastically changed. Right now, I'm comparing that with my mom and her dementia. My mom was always pretty much a loner, and I'm starting to see that the way her and her sisters were raised, they were raised to just be each other's friends. So when I look at my mom now and the other residents, they try to interact with her, but my mother is like so standoffish, till it makes her seem like she doesn't want to be bothered or a little uppity. So therefore, it's like they pull back on her and they just gather with each other and leave my mom by herself because she's putting off those type of vibes. So since my mom has been groomed and grew up in a way where it was just her and her sisters, now she does not know how to socialize at all with people, especially when I go to visit her. She just wants to stay under me. She looks a little sad when I'm leaving. When I'm not there, I'm told that she does participate, but it's like you have to make her do those things. And I feel that as long as I'm in the position where I'm at right now, where I have just been solely dealing with her by myself and exhausting myself to the point of where I don't want to go anywhere, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to be involved with anything or anybody, I'm putting myself in that position as well. Also, as far as the dementia progressing, like I said, I am not keeping active. I'm not keeping active at all. I'm no longer walking every day. I am no longer exercising every day. I am no longer eating every day. And that definitely plays a part in it. And that's why my mom is where she's at today. Issues with the walking, because she was such a hermit in her home, especially as they got older and did not drive and not too many people were coming, and my mom never socialized and had, those type of friends that would like come and get her and take her out. Now it's like it's at a point of where she has lost a lot of her mobility. She can get around, but now she can't get around without a walker. And also, as far as my mother's her health, her physical, other than the walking, is fine. But I'm noticing, like, with her health, like as far as her skin, and her teeth and her diet, I can see a lot of that is draining her because my mother has never been, the exercise person, the person taking the vitamins. At one point, she was drinking a lot of water, but not the amount of water that she is supposed to be drinking. But all that to say is that I do not want to fall into those guidelines that my mom is in right now. And I'm starting to see it and I'm starting to feel it. So right now I'm doing a total reset when it comes to my mental, my health, and my well-being. And part of that is with my exercising and eating right, because with anybody, if you have too much weight on you, it is hard to do anything. It is hard to walk, especially for me. I have a bad knee, due to an accident that I was in. The knee is never going to get any better. I have post-traumatic arthritis. But I have noticed within the past, I'll say month, in the past month, I have noticed that with the weight that I'm gaining, now it is affecting my knee. even with me taking, my medication that I have for the arthritis in my knee, not only is it affecting my right knee, which is the injured knee, but it's now affecting my left knee. Once your knees are gone, I mean, that's it, and there's no reason for me to be having, the issues that I'm having with my knees, even though I have the arthritis in my knee. And I say that because when I lost all of that weight last year, I had no issues with my knee. Also, with the weight, it's draining my energy. I noticed that I have no energy to do anything, and that really, really is not good. So I have vowed to myself, starting on yesterday, I'm going to get myself back together. As I said, I went to Walmart yesterday and I purchased me a journal, and I started just jotting down, to help me for my mental, what I was feeling, on yesterday, why I was feeling that way, and what was I going to do to correct it. So one of those things that I'm going to do to correct it, which I started on yesterday, I got back on my treadmill and I walked on my treadmill for about 15-20 minutes. I have to start all over again, getting acclimated to doing like my 30 minutes, my 45 minutes, my hour. I also, I have a long hall in this house here. So I also, walked back and forth, and I did that maybe like between 30 and 40 times. I walked back and forth, because right now my issue and my weight is all on my bottom. As I told you guys before, when I gain weight, it starts on my bottom and then it works its way up. Also, with the walking, I went up and down my stairs from my garage, my basement, up into the main part of the house. I walked up and down those a couple of times. I am also going to be limiting my sugar intake. And instead of having my large cup of coffee, let me show you guys. So instead of having my normal cup of coffee, where I would pile this up with coffee and pile it up with sugar, I have now gone down to this size cup. I'm going to go down to this size until I am able to use less sugar and not as much coffee. I also make sure I only have 1 cup of coffee versus 2 or 3 cups of coffee. Another thing that I did on yesterday, I'm sorry if this is too much TMI, but like I said, I'm starting all over again. This is definitely a reset. So I wanted to clean myself out, which is what I did. So I purchased this Mayalox, and I took 1 pack of it yesterday, and that did what it had to do, because I am starting to eat healthy. Another thing that I have not been doing, and I'm noticing that with my skin, I have not been drinking a lot of water. I'm not a juice person, but I've been drinking more juice, which is the cranberry juice or apple juice. I've been drinking more of that than taking water. So on yesterday, I was able to drink 2 bottles of this. If I looked it up correctly on ChatGPT, I think that two bottles of this is the equivalent of 8 glasses of water, because one of these is like 4.5 or something like that. So I'm going to try to drink at least, I'm trying to work myself up to at least 3 to 5 bottles of water a day. Also, what I'm doing, like I said, with the clean eating, I'm also noticing that I'm having a hard time with meats, like beef and things like that. So I'm going to, what I can't say really take out of my life, because I really haven't been eating any beef, but the red meats I definitely cannot do. I will not be doing that anymore, because it makes me feel so sluggish and so bloated. However, I will still do chicken every now and then, turkey every now and then, which I have some turkey that I'll be making tonight, and also fish and some shrimp. But basically, I'm going to be doing like a lot of fruits and vegetables and yogurt. I'm going to cut out oatmeal as well, because I've been reading a lot on the oatmeal. oatmeal is healthy for you, depending on the consumption, but it's also fattening. So I'm gonna lay off of that too until I get to like a decent weight. So the main thing I did was go shopping, and I'm filling up with the things that I should be eating. So I went to Kroger's and I picked up a few items. So I picked up this 50-50 blend. And within this package, I have spinach and spring mix leaves. So I will be making salads with this. Now, just to have a regular bowl of like romaine lettuce, that's not the healthiest option. So though I love romaine lettuce, I am going to be also incorporating spinach with it, because spinach is where you get your real good healthy sauce of greens. So I have that. I also picked up some mushrooms. And with the mushrooms, I have some green peppers, and I purchased one red onion. And what I'm going to do is mix those all up together as well with a little bit of soy sauce, and I'll be having that as a meal. So it will be mushroom, red onions, and peppers. I also brought some pico de gallo for my salads as well. I'll be putting some of that in there. I also brought me 2 large salads. Both of them are Southwestern style, and this is the Kroger brand. I also picked up some bone broth. So this bone broth hopefully will help me wean off the coffee. I'm going to be drinking this in the morning. I'm going to be doing some more research on it to see if I can maybe do like 2 or 3 cups a day. Now, the reason why I drink so much coffee is because, number one, when I'm cold, I like to drink coffee because it's warm, it's sweet from all the sugar I put, and it's soothing. So if I can replace this and just drink this, because it's gonna be hot, of course, and I think I'm supposed to put like a little bit of seasoning in it to taste, and that might just satisfy, you know, the need for that warm and that sweetness. So I'll be drinking this in the mornings. I also brought some chicken broth, so when I'm making vegetables, like I said, I have a whole bunch of canned vegetables in the cabinet back there. So instead of using the water that's in those cans because of so much sodium, I always pour that water out and recook it with the chicken broth. And I told you guys about these collard greens before, the Glory Season Southern style. These are so good, guys. So I can also eat these as well. And I'm gonna try, I'm not a big rice eater, but when I'm eating things such as collard greens, I always like to eat it with rice, but I'm going to be eating that plain or with some tofu, which I forgot to buy, but I am going to purchase some tofu. And along with when I'm making the salad, I also picked up some green olives. And I have the regular black olives. And I also picked up, like I said, the red onion. I have some avocados. And I purchased some tomatoes. Now, I love my, how can I say, I love my salads to be very hearty, so that way it is filling. I don't want to have to eat it with another meal or like a piece of meat just to fill me. So with the combination of the spring mix, the avocado, the cucumbers, which I have 2 cucumbers here, and I have the tomato, and I have the olives, and I have the red onions, and the cinco stuff that I can put in there, that'll make it very hearty and very filling for me as well. So that's something that I'm really going to be focusing on, eating a lot of salads. I also picked up some more grapes, and I picked up some more watermelon. I also picked up some mushrooms for when I want to snack, and these are the stuffed Baby Bella mushrooms. Of course, I also went and purchased me some sushi. But guys, I'm going to start limiting myself on that as well. As you can see, it's 350 calories. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat this now because when I was with my mom this morning, I only had some yogurt and I had a little bit of coffee. But I'm going to have this as my lunch. So being that this is 350 calories, I'm going to have this and I'm going to try to take down a bottle of water. That will be my lunch. And for dinner, I'm going to eat one of these salads and that will be it. If I want a snack, I might get a mushroom, a watermelon, or some salad. I'm sorry, and some grapes or something, and call it a day. I also picked up these little snack packs. So in this pack, I have some whipped topping. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it's like a yogurt or a parfait, and some strawberries. This one has some pretzels, some grapes, and some cheese. And this one has some tangerines, some mixed grapes, and some strawberries. So that is the type of snacking that I'm going to be doing. Now, guys, I know there might be a time when I crave for something, so I do have my bag of chips, but I'm going to try to start eating them in moderation. And for the salad dressing, I was looking for some balsamic, but I did not see the one that I like. So I picked up some avocado ranch. This will be the first time I'm ever using it on my salad. So if I remember, I will let you guys know how it tastes. And guys, nothing in this video is sponsored. All right, guys, I'm almost done. I also picked up some yogurt, and let me see, I have 3 different flavors, or 4. Let me see. Oh, strawberry and banana. Okay, I picked up 3 different flavors, and I have 10 of them. Kroger had their Kroger brand on sale, 10 for $7. So I picked up 10. So I picked up the strawberry banana, the banana cream, and I also have cinnamon roll. So guys, that is basically all I have as far as with my healthy eating. I'm also going to be making me some chili. I'm not going to make that today. I think I'm going to make the chili on the weekend. This will be my first time making it. But with that being said, I am not going to use hamburger meat. I'm going to use turkey meat. I have some turkey meat in the freezer, so I'm going to use that along with some red beans, some tomato sauce, and some diced tomatoes. And with a sprinkle of like some organic cheese on top. I think that's how you make it. I'm gonna have to look on YouTube or TikTok for some recipes. For dinner this evening, like I said, I'm gonna have that salad, but I'm also going to be making some turkey wings so that I can have that, I guess, for like tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday and Thursday. And I will have a salad on the side with that. So guys, pray for me. I'm trying to get this weight back down. It will be so beneficial for my health and also for my knee, because really right now I am feeling crappy. And I'm hoping that the weather is starting to switch up so I can get back outside and do some walking, because I really and honestly, I love to walk. I love to walk, especially if I have like some scenery where I can walk around like in the little malls or go into the different little stores, you know, and things of that nature. So I am really, really looking forward into getting active with that again. And another thing, guys, that I'm gonna have to stop putting off is looking to make my move and finding employment. What I did not say to you guys before was I did receive a call from a hospital in Texas. They wanted to interview me and then hire me, because according to my resume and the director that I spoke with, she was very interested in my resume. And when she came across my resume, she wanted to make sure that it wasn't a mistake, you know, because it was a Georgia address applying for a Texas, you know, job, a job out in Texas, which I did tell her that I was very, very serious. And thank God, you know, she was a very nice woman, very compassionate. And I told her, you know, the situation that I am in. But she did let me know. She gave me all of her information to contact her once I got everything in place, and if I was still interested, in working with that particular hospital, to reach out to her. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. So right now I am back at it again. I will be contacting her like a little towards the end of the month, because I do have some business that has to be finalized here and in South Carolina before I am able to move. But right now I'm on move mode, I'm on work mode. So right now I am trying to get everything in order. And last but not least, guys, I feel like my last couple of videos that I have been making have pretty much been like downer videos. Everything has been about my mom. Everything has been about, the struggles that I've been having with her. Everything has been about, what's going on with my mom. And I don't want this channel to really be about that. I do want to inform people who are interested about the caregiving and the dementia and putting your loved one in a nursing home. I love doing that. I love informing people about that. But I don't also want this to be a downish channel. But guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. And those of you who are continuing to stay with me, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I do see that my numbers have been going up, and I really do appreciate that. But I do also notice that I have not been getting very many views. I know my life is pretty boring. I'm so sorry. There's nothing really much that I can do about that, other than just living my life as how I live it. No glitz, no glamour, no flashiness. I'm not a party person. Just me. Living my life. But thank you guys once again. Oh, and for those of you who might be interested in becoming members, because I did have someone reach out to me and ask me. Right now, I turned that off. I don't feel that I am putting forth the content and material that people are really looking for right now. For a member, because with a member comes a lot of perks, and I'm not there yet, mentally. And also, as I told you guys before I got into the situation that I'm in right now, I was going to be looking for someone to help me, with my YouTube and my videos and things of that nature. So I haven't gotten to that. But I will be opening that back up in the very near future once I get everything in order. And I am in a better headspace and a better position to do so. But once again, thank you so much, guys, for rocking with me. I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next video.